Hey, my name's Ben Case with bencasetraining.com, and today I'm going to talk about massage guns and specifically what they do, what their purpose is, how they work, do they work, are they worthwhile investment, and so just kind of talking through some of those different details. And I'll share my personal opinion as well as some different case studies and some just scientific studies that have been done on the massage guns as well. They aren't necessarily something that's had a ton of studies done on them at this point. So they're newer and there's more studies still being done, but they are kind of a growing trend. So we will look at some of those things. First of all, though, I just want to talk about kind of what's going on when we're massaging with a massage gun, or even like a foam roller, or even if we're going to a massage, like a massage therapy place, we're going to be obviously trying to loosen up. We're feeling tight, we're feeling sore. That's why we're looking into this, and we're hoping to get some relief. But what's actually going on? What's actually taking place that's making me feel sore in my muscles, and I'm needing that release, and why does that help release that tension? Well, there's a connective tissue called fascia, and fascia is connecting our muscles. It's kind of like the glue, and it helps stabilize and mobilize. And so when that starts getting hardened and sticking, it becomes sore. Our muscles become sore. They become a little less mobile. And that happens for a number of reasons. It happens because of exercise. It happens because of lack of exercise. It happens because of stress, poor posture. There's a number of things, injuries. And so that fascia can become sticky. It can kind of harden, and it doesn't move as smoothly as it's supposed to. It starts sticking, and our muscles, where they're connected, that connective tissue, they're not sliding properly. And so massages help loosen that back up, and they get you feeling back to a little bit more like your normal self. Unfortunately, it's not just a one-time fix, and obviously if you're continuing to exercise, or continuing to not exercise, or continuing to have bad posture, or whatever it is, you're going to continue to have that issue over time, and you'll keep needing to kind of go back and re-massage. And so a massage therapist obviously is an option, but some of the issues there are it's expensive, and even if you're going quote unquote regularly, it's probably 2 times a month to 1 time a month at kind of the most people aren't going on a weekly basis or a daily basis especially. So the alternative option is self-massaging. And when we're massaging with a foam roller or a hand roller or a massage gun or whatever it may be, what we're doing is called myofascial release. And so that's kind of the scientific name for it. And hss.edu, in an article on myofascial release, states that this technique is designed to release restrictions such as trigger points, muscle tightness, and dysfunctions in soft tissue that may cause pain and limit motion in all of the body. The main tissue that MFR focuses on for release in the myofascial system is the fascia. Fascia is a fine tissue that surrounds all structures in the body, including muscles, nerves, vessels, and bones. Positive structural changes may occur, such as increased range of motion, decreased pain, and most importantly, increased fascial mobility. So how do we do myofascial release? How do we accomplish this where we don't have to continually go back to a massage therapist and watch our bank account just drain? Well, in the past, the most popular forms have been a foam roller or a handheld roller, something like this, little torture device. Those are really great tools, and I can attest to their effectiveness. I personally have used both of them throughout the years. I don't use the hand roller as much now. It's very difficult without the help of someone else to get to most areas. I mean, you can get your quads, and that's really about it in a good way. I mean, you can try to, maneuver to get your calves and some things like that, but it's not easy on your own. The foam roller is something I still use, mostly just when I'm at the gym because they provide them there. And, I don't I don't carry my massage gun around with me at the gym. So I do like to use the foam roller at the gym when I'm there. I'll use it before I exercise to loosen up. I'll use it at the end once I'm stretching, or even during my exercise. Sometimes if I'm feeling really tight or sore in a specific area, I might foam roll out that one spot, and it really does honestly help. So I still use these tools, and I'll even link to them, and you can just kind of compare the price ranges and see the difference. But I do want to share just some of the kind of the benefits of massage guns versus these other tools, some of the things I've noticed in my time using them in the last couple years, and then also I will provide some case studies and just some scientific studies as well on the effectiveness of the massage guns. But these are alternatives as well, and I mean, I've got a baseball upstairs that I use to just lean against the wall, and I mean, that's something that I've done for years. I had that before I had the handheld roller, and that's the really cheap option. So if you're on a tight budget, I totally get it, and it works, right? But there are limitations. So we'll kind of look at a few of the different things that I've noticed with the massage gun. I've obviously got two of them, as you saw. One of them not as great as the other, and so just a matter of price ranges. You're gonna get what you pay for, and so I think there is a middle ground that you can find a effective item for, not top dollar. So that's kind of what I've got here. This is like a middle of the road one. Okay, so personally, some of the biggest things I've noticed, I'll just get into it. For one, just love how easy it is. Call me lazy, I leave it right next to my bed, and I like to use it when I'm in bed watching a show or watching TV with my wife, and that's when I do it. I just sit right there, and I can massage my whole body with my massage gun, and I love how simple it is. I don't have to do gymnastics with my body to massage like you do with a foam roller. And so really the convenience is a huge factor for me, and I think probably for most people it's something that's usually a plus. So that's one thing. Another thing is that, it is very, I mentioned the difficulty of getting to certain areas. So like the hand roller, I can really get my quads good with this, and then some other areas sort of, and then there's areas that are just not going to happen. I mean, I can't massage my trap with this because with one hand I can't push hard enough. I mean, that's doing nothing. I have to have that second hand, and I can't do that. I mean, if you can, I guess you probably don't even need it because you're really flexible. So the foam roller, similarly, almost a different issue. The reason I went to this when I did was because I did like that you could pinpoint areas more. So I could really get into a specific spot that was sore. With the foam roller, one of the issues is you're covering your entire, if you're doing it on your back, let's say, you're not just pinpointing that sore spot, in your rhomboid, you're getting your entire back, including like your spine and your whole skeletal structure and everything. So it's a little harder to pinpoint those spots that are sore. Whereas with the massage gun, it's very simple. I mean, you just put it right where it's sore and you let it do its work. So that is definitely one thing. And then I mentioned the gymnastics with the foam roller. I mean, it's not easy sometimes to get to certain areas when you're using the foam roller, and you got to get into all these weird positions, and I mean, it takes a lot of work sometimes. So that is another thing that I really like. I can easily do. I can get most every area of my body with it pretty well. I will say the one thing that the foam roller does have in the massage gun is getting your backside, because it is tough to reach back there and really get your back with it. So a foam roller, I guess in that one instance, would be better for your back, or something like the baseball, like I mentioned. But overall, definitely easier to use the massage gun. Next thing I've noticed is it's a lot less painful, and I'll just combine too with that point, less dangerous. I think you're less likely to hurt yourself with the massage gun. Whenever you're doing something like this, obviously you got to be careful. You don't want to do more damage than good. That's not the idea. So the massage gun is very safe though. I mean, they say not to do it on your neck, so I personally do it still just on the muscles right down my neck, but you don't want to obviously do it on like your spine, or go directly on your bone or something like that. I would avoid probably doing it on like your front of your neck, but overall it's pretty easy to control what you're doing with this. So it's a lot safer. Again, like I mentioned with the foam roller, if I'm laying down on that with my back, I'm putting my entire spine on this thing, and it's a lot of pressure. And it's also hard to control how much of my weight is pushing on this thing. So I have to really control how much weight I'm letting on the foam roller, and just trying to be careful in that way. And also just can't really pinpoint those spots as easily, so it can become a lot more dangerous. And I've never personally hurt myself on a foam roller. I'm pretty careful with it, but I have had times where the next day I'm actually feeling more sore. I'm feeling worse than I did the day before, and I can tell like, ooh, I didn't do something right with that. So you don't want that. And I know other people who have experienced that as well. So I would say in that way, the foam roller is probably the least safe. The hand roller would be more safe, but again, it's got its limitations as well. But the massage gun really, it is just a much safer option overall. So that's another thing that's just really great. I mean, you really, it'd be tough to overdo it with the massage gun on yourself. So that's you let the massage gun do a lot of the work. So I'll just give you an example too. It's also got levels of intensity, which is helpful because again, I can't control as much on the foam roller the amount of intensity, but this can go to different levels, so I can keep it at a lower level as well. And I mean, it's pretty simple. You're just letting it do its thing. You don't even have to push. You just increase the level if you need it to be more intense. And yeah, it's really easy. So that's about all there is to it. You don't really need a tutorial too much. So yeah, here's a couple studies I came across that I thought were just interesting and helpful. Obviously, I've shared my personal thoughts and experience for whatever it's worth. But I came across these through the National Academy of Sports Medicine in an article called Massage Guns, Do They Really Work? And the first study was by the Journal of Sports Medicine. They had this one they had a group using the Hypervolt massage gun, and I'll link to that. They were using it on their calves for 5 minutes, and they found that their mobility, their range of motion, increased by 5.4 degrees. And maybe you're thinking, okay, I mean, that's okay. It's not like huge, but range of motion that we're looking for dorsiflexion is 20 degrees. So 5.4 degrees out of 20 degrees is actually really amazing. That's a lot. And that's just in 5 minutes of using it. So that's really a big increase. In another study in 2021, as recorded by Manuel Garcia Solero et al. I think I pronounced that right. They had 2 groups doing 4 sets of bench press at 70% of their 1 rep max, with a 3-minute rest between sets. Now, one of the groups just rested for the 3 minutes and they didn't do anything additionally. They just were resting to recover before the next set. The other group was using the massage gun on the areas that they were exercising for only 15 seconds. So out of the 3-minute rest, 15 seconds of that, they would use the massage gun on those areas that they were exercising. And what they found is that the group using the massage guns were actually able to do a greater total number of repetitions than the group who did not use the massage gun. So that's, I mean, again, just pretty interesting stuff that 15 seconds during a 3-minute rest period made a difference in their repetition ranges. Now, this one I found the most interesting. This is in another test by the same group. They used massage guns, vibration platforms, foam rollers, and massage therapy. So 4 different methods of myofascial release. And they did each of these on one half of the body. So just one side was getting the massage and the other side was not. And what they found was that all of the methods proved beneficial. So everything had its benefits, but the results were much faster in comparison to the massage therapy. Specifically, the massage gun took about 1/8 of the time. So it took 2 minutes for the massage gun to accomplish what took 15 minutes for the massage therapy. So ultimately accomplishing similar results, but just far more effective in the way that it was accomplished. And again, same kind of thing, foam roller, hand roller, still effective and still definitely something that I would say is worthwhile to invest in if you're not looking to, spend a lot of money on something like a massage gun at this point. I worked my way up to a massage gun myself, but definitely, like I talked about the benefits, definitely an easier alternative, more effective, even just proven through these studies. It's going to get you results quicker, so you're not having to spend as much time doing it, which to me is a big deal. And just also being able to accomplish more areas. I mean, if you are trying to loosen up your hamstrings, you're going to have a tough time doing that. Even with the foam roller, I found it's tough to really get in deep into my hamstrings with the foam roller, whereas with the massage gun, it's just a lot more effective overall. So that's about everything I have for today on massage guns. I hope it's been helpful, and I hope that having some of these actual studies can help as well, and I'll link to them in here as well so that you can look at them yourself if you're interested. And then also just my personal thoughts and personal experience, I hope you find helpful as well. If you have any questions at all, I'd be happy to answer them, and let me know what you thought, if this was informative for you, if it's going to help you. Let me know if you're going to get a massage gun or not, and I will see you in the next one.